know, my camera has been collecting dust, and I figure, like, I get y'all's comments and I'm like, oh, like, creating content is hard. I mean, you know, that goes without saying, but I figure it is time for a life update and a little get ready with me and a little chit chat. And I just want to kind of fill you guys in on what I've been doing and what's been going on with me. So, I had a baby. My last video, I was pregnant and I think I did a quick weave. That was the last video that I did, and well, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. So today we're going to be doing a life update, as well as I figured I planned to do a whole content piece around it and talk about it and do a thing. So we're doing it on the year anniversary. It is my year relaxer anniversary, and today we are doing a root touch-up. Actually today we're doing the works. That means I'm doing relaxer, color, tape and prep, nails, lashes, brows. I am a DIY high maintenance girly, and that means that I am high maintenance in the way that I appear, but I do it myself. I'm a cosmetologist, retired hairstylist, and it just don't feel right going to other people. I'm a control freak as well. So it's like, if I could do it, I'm gonna do it myself, girl. And I'm good at doing it myself. So today we're going to do a touch-up. I got my mirror here so I could see. So, relaxer. We'll start there, and then we'll kind of work our way into where I've been, why I haven't been creating, and just the process of what it's like mentally of trying to get back into it. And basically, yeah, I decided, wow, well, surprise, surprise, I had a whole baby. I had a whole baby. And my body told me, like, I created a video where I did a quick weave. I was very much pregnant. I was probably coming up to 4 months. And that, I was tired. Like, that is, I've never been that exhausted before. I had a geriatric pregnancy. I am 38. Well, I was 37 when I got pregnant. And yeah, 37 when I got pregnant, and then turned 38. So I was just, like, that's a level of exhaustion I've never experienced before in my life. I had the luxury and was blessed enough to sleep. I was blessed enough to rest. And there is a level of anxiety. I had a very difficult, delivery with my first baby. Oh, that's gonna be dry. And I can't lie, there's a piece of you as a human being that's like, yeah, I mean, is it my fault? Did I cause this? Is this a thing that happened because of me? And sure, you know, probably it wasn't, but I was like, you know, I just don't want to stress myself out. I want to be in just this very zen, peaceful place during my pregnancy, which is what led me to relaxer. I did a quick weave. I did a few videos while I was pregnant, and I just got to the point, honestly guys, where I'm like, I don't want to fight with nothing. I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't want to fight to get dressed. I don't want to fight my lashes. I don't want to fight my brows. I need everything done. And when it came to my hair, I was just in such a place of like, you know what? I'm not fighting her either. And this relaxer is sounding mighty tempting. a year later, I don't regret it. So I may incorporate some flashback right now. Okay, so this is my hair and my natural curl pattern. See how it's like, it doesn't dry like this. And these parts are straight from flat ironing, as you can see. And this is blow dried. So we can just see a before and after. Yeah, she gotta go. Gotta go. This is the part I'm tired of. Braiding from this. It's too much. Gotta go. I love it. Yay. Right now we're just gonna do our base. And I really need to get in here. You see, I experienced some hair loss. I had a boy. We can talk about Miles. He is everything. I had a boy, y'all. Like, I'm so girly. I'm such a girly girl. And instantly I knew when I was pregnant with my first baby. She is now 8. Can you believe it? Vivian is 8. Vivian Michael. She's 8. And she's also an Aquarius. I think it's important to mention kids' zodiacs. Just because, you know, I'm into zodiacs. And it's kind of like, if you ain't the right sign, then baby, we ain't going to get along. I could just see it from the jump. And it is what it is. Call it what you want. So, you know, having Vivian was great. It was perfect. It wasn't, you know, I mean, we had our ups and downs in terms of health and things of that nature. But in terms of just her and who she's a person, she's the sweetest human being in the world. And I definitely was scared. Like, is she gonna be jealous? And she's not. Like, she's the biggest helper. She loves him like he's her baby. She's so into it and loves on him. So that's amazing. Miles is amazing. His name is Miles Alexander. I really like just normal, sturdy, strong names that stand the test of time. And where did I get Miles from? I got Miles actually from Spider-Man. Miles Morales is just, I think he is just so awesome and wholesome and cute. And so that's where I got his name from. But yeah, so being pregnant, I was tired. I slept all day, every day. I got a little nauseous, but I wasn't like throwing up. I threw up probably like 10 times a day with Vivian, like legit, no lie. And so I just was tired. And I keep saying that, but I don't know how to explain it other than when it came to creating content, after that last video, I probably slept for the next 3 months straight. I got off social media. I didn't have it. And I didn't want it, honestly. I just wanted that time to be with my family, to cook that baby and just not put any type of stress hormones in there. Like, I just was like, no. Like, you know, if there were any altercations, and there were, I just tried to limit them. It's really hard to manage your emotions when you're pregnant. Like, whatever the hormones that go to regulating that, they're doing something else, girl. So you just got to be real careful. And I just didn't want to be stressed out. So that is where I have been. And it's so interesting because, you know, I made the decision I'm going to be a YouTuber and I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to be consistent. And then bow. Literally, I started in December and found out in April. And I was on a roll too. So I'm like, that is still something that I want to do. And sitting still for 10, 11, 12 months and just trying to get back into the swing of things, it's a struggle. It's no lie, a struggle. you know, just incorporating a new human into the mix. In terms of myself, like, you know, I was probably in the end, interesting, I didn't gain a lot of weight, but I was like, I'm gonna do the breastfeeding thing and I'm gonna go the whole distance. Girl, no. Breastfeeding is a job, and yeah, you don't lose weight. This is really vain, but you don't lose weight breastfeeding. And that in itself, like, I'm very vain. I know that about myself. I want to look good. I love my babies, but I'm just of the belief a fed baby is a happy baby. And just waking up throughout the night, pumping, washing parts, mentally, I saw myself not gonna make that happen for much longer. So we did it for 4 months, you know, but just in trying to, after, just postpartum is about healing and bonding, and I definitely wanted to bond with my baby. I'm just basing bond with him. And so now he is approaching in 3 days 5 months, and I'm like, you know, it's time. I feel it. I've been working out, eating better. I will say, like, breastfeeding, I was like, it's almost like having the munchies. Like, I was eating like chocolate cake. Like, I just had the biggest craving for cookies and cake. Your body is like, feed, 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 produce, produce, produce. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done with that. So about a year ago, I did make the decision to relax my hair. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous. You know, I was natural. I had been natural for, geez, well over 10 years. Well over probably 15 years. I want to say we went natural in college. It was probably like 2003, 2004. Wow, it's 2023. Girl, that's 20 years. And we did it, you know. We did it. I did it. I did the thing. And I can honestly say, while I think the benefits of natural, of course, are all positive, I just didn't like having to, like, wear weave all the time. I wasn't wanting to wear wigs all the time. I didn't want to have to braid my hair down all the time. Like, blow drying was such, being pregnant, it was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to be on vacation. My biggest thing was like, I just want to be on vacation and jump out this water and continue on. I do prefer, call it what you want, you know, featurist or whatever the word is. I like my hair straight more than I like it curly. I never wore my hair curly. Never. And if I did, there was like a lot of manipulating, and we can go into that conversation about if, you know, natural hair is so natural, because it's really not. Like, you know, and I think the natural hair community now has completely broken down from what I think it initially started to be. And it wasn't necessarily an embracing of all textures. Like, we can just be honest about that. It was not in like, we just, everybody can just show up as they are. Like, no, girl, we using curly custards and smoothies and gels and all this bullshit just to achieve, you know, a certain type of look. And then that certain type, that, like, once you got it cute, that shit lasts like, that lasts like maybe 2, 3, 4 days, and you got to do it all over again. So it was expensive and just really time consuming. And I'm just at the point in my life where I don't want to fight. I don't want to do that. And so once I relaxed my hair, y'all, I probably, like, I did tape ins. But in terms of, like, I haven't touched a wig crazy. I make wigs. I was selling wigs. I am a unit girl. I was. And once I got a relaxer, I was like, wow. Like, I've been wearing my hair. I've been wearing my hair ever since. Every now and then, like, I would say, after giving birth, I tried braids. But you know me, they lasted like 2 weeks. Maybe a quick weave here and there, and even that's easier. But other than that, it's just pretty simple to just wash my hair and then let it air dry and straighten it. Like, you don't even have to blow dry it. And yeah, so I can honestly say I don't regret it. you know, they came out, allegedly there was like this study done, and nobody read the study, but it was like relaxers are linked to certain cancers and this and the third. Well, nobody read that, and they just ran with the headline, and actually what it said was these products lead to uterine cancers, meaning it also incorporated different spritzes, hairsprays, heat protectants, relaxers. So there was a lot in there, and it was very limited, but it is what it is. At this point, I feel like pick your poison. Pick your poison. Alcohol, eggs, this, everything is deodorant. At this point, you know, I just think that ship has sailed. And I honestly feel like if the expectancy is what it is, you know, you going too far beyond that expectancy, I don't know what their quality of life is looking like. No way. So, you know, it just, you know, this is a hill I'm gonna die on, and I don't influence. I'm not here to influence you to do it. I just know this is a lifestyle choice that works for me. Now, while it looks like you probably can't tell that I need a humongous touch up, it's been, I just took out. Oh yeah, so I just took out a quick weave, and but prior to that quick weave, I had maybe 2 other quick weaves, and it's probably been about 2 months at that point. My new growth probably is to like right here. It's probably to right here. You just can't see it because I straightened my hair. And I didn't want to wash my hair, you know, again before doing a touch-up, so here we are. I did braids myself. I had the bright idea, and at the time, you know, I was still like battling if I wanted to keep breastfeeding or not. That was rough. It was such a beautiful experience. I didn't get to breastfeed with Vivian, which that's another video for another day. I did exclusively pump for 4 months until I went back to work, and then it was like, girl, I'm not finna be in the shop pumping. No, like once I went back to work, that was that. But being able to spend that time with Miles was just the absolute sweetest thing. It was so sweet, and it's just very interesting how mentally, like when you are in mama mode, it just was really endearing, and I can just tell we really bonded, you know, and he just would look at me, and it was just really sweet. I'm glad I did it. And you know, I have a friend, mind you, we got pregnant. She was already pregnant and I got pregnant. I'm like, I never in a million years thought we would be pregnant at the same time. That was really wild. And she's still going strong, and I think that's beautiful. I know me, like, it was already hell sitting down and not being able to do anything. Like, that was literal hell. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I like to get up and go. I like to see the sights. And honey boo boo sit like sitting down like that. I'm like, I'm ready to get back to the business. I'm ready to get back to my life as best as I can. So here we are. Yeah, life is peaceful. I will say, when you pray for peace, you know, God doesn't tell you how it will come. He doesn't tell you in what way, shape, or form. And I will say, I promote peace, and I have found so much peace. There are some relationships that have dissolved, and you know, they dissolved during my pregnancy. I can't necessarily go into detail, and even I don't even know why some of them did, but I think just me praying for peace, God cleared the way, and here comes Miles, just the sweetest and greatest addition to my family. And I'm happy that I get to be home with him, with Vivian. And so it's been quiet, it's been healing, it's been clarifying. Like, I see a lot clearer. And I'm just really excited now. Like, like the creator in me, the entrepreneur in me is like, okay girl, you had enough time. It's time to get back and let you guys know what's going on. And At this point, by like 3-4 months, Vivian was sleeping through the night. She was a trick baby. Like, she was so easy. She didn't whine. She didn't cry. This boy is like, feed me Seymour. He's so big. He's so juicy. He's so, and he's so happy. And every time I roll over and look at him, he's just smiling with the biggest smile on his face. And I can't help but, well, he is, we were talking about signs, ADHD. He is a Sagittarius, and I think that is so interesting. I have a nephew. He is the sweetest. He's the same age as Vivian. He may be 3 weeks older. Pause. In preparation of me going back into the relaxer realm, I didn't necessarily know. I'm like, what the girl's using? Like, what's the tea, girl? Like, I haven't done this in a long time. I used to prefer Affirm, and I think it's still a great product in the shop and doing them on everybody else. And I'm like, what are the girls doing at home? I didn't want a situation that I had to mix up. And so the general consensus, and I can say it's been pretty easy, is ORS. I like it. My hair doesn't feel fried. It still feels soft. I will say it's an adjustment going from relaxed hair, from natural hair to relaxed hair. So when it's wet, you just have to be very, very, very careful in how you detangle it and comb through it. I will say that. I am going to leave these out. When doing relaxers and just chemicals in general, you kind of want to steer away from metal, because that will heat up just from the heat from your head. Already that will speed up the chemical process. So this is last. You always want to do edges last. Honey girl, that piece is just gone. And when I had the braids, I didn't do right. I did some knotless, and they were really pretty too. But you're supposed to wait before you start manipulating them. And girl, I instantly was like putting them in buns, and I could feel it. Like, it was hurting. So I kind of knew, I knew it was a wrap. Regret it. I probably touch my hair up. I probably touch it up once every, maybe like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. It's been a while, like I said, because I had a couple of hairstyles where it's like, I don't need it right now. And it's just very interesting to see the landscape of hair right now. Just the landscape of everything. Within a year, it's like Instagram is out, TikTok is in, YouTube ain't going nowhere. Let's get it started, huh? I'm talking a lot during this because we gotta move out the way. I'm with my girls and we all need, when the queen come through, part like the rest say, move out the way. How many times I'm gonna say? Because I got some hair loss going on, I didn't want to just attack my edges with relaxer. So I want to avoid her. But I am getting this back here. We'll wait a few more minutes. Wash it out. I use this. This is like liquid gold. I use it for everything. It's a working spray, detangling, shine. It's lightweight. But when you're brushing and detangling your hair, get your comb nice and slippery, so that way you don't suffer a lot of breakage. See how easy it's going through? And always start at the ends. This is she. Go back why I chose to have a C-section. So this time when I went into labor, kind of like the last time, my water never broke. That's I don't think that's as common as people. That isn't a common thing. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't know what it feels like. I was overdue. There's that. I went about a week, and you are like, yeah, due date, baby, you counting down, and that day comes and goes, and you like, like I really felt like I was in jail. Like this has got to be a joke. It's got to be. But I was having Braxton Hicks contractions, meaning where your belly tightens up real hard like a basketball, and it'll stay like that for like maybe 30 seconds, and then it will release. It already does that in the 3rd trimester, but this time I noticed I went to get some Burger King because I was like, I really want a burger, and I was sitting in traffic, and I just started noticing, like, I just had a Braxton Hicks contraction, and it didn't hurt, it wasn't painful, but here I am 10 minutes later having another one. I was like, that's odd. No pain whatsoever. Like, I didn't feel any kind of pain. It just kept getting hard. It just kept getting hard. And so I called the hotline, the insurance hotline. They kept saying, like, don't just go to the hospital. You know, you want to call them, tell them what they're experiencing, and then they will essentially tell you what to do from there. So I called and I talked to some raggedy lady. It was so raggedy. It was so crunchy. She kind of was like, I mean, if you haven't seen your water break and there is no, like mucus plug thing or none of that. She was like, I mean, you can go to the hospital if you want to. I was like, and that's after waiting on hold for like 30 minutes. And then I just like I started tracking the time. It never hurt. It never hurt. It never hurt. I just started tracking the time, and they were like 10 minutes, then 7 minutes, then 4 minutes. And once they got to like every 2 minutes, again, given I've had a C-section before, my delivery was not at all smooth last time. It was pretty horrible. I just was like, Charles, let's go. And he was like, if you say let's go, we going. And so we get there, still no pain, but as we're checking into the hospital, she was like, what are you experiencing? And I was like, I'm feeling Braxton Hicks like every 2 minutes on the dot. She said, yeah, you're in labor. I said, I knew it. And so yeah, they got me checked in, and because like they checked my cervix, I only dilated like 1 centimeter, and your baby you have to be 10 to get there. They said potentially because I had a C-section before, they really can't give you Pitocin. They can't do all those interventions to speed up the process. And she said potentially I could be in labor for the next 3 days. Mind you, as soon as I got to the hospital and they got me in a room, so I was at the hospital maybe like another hour before they put me in a room. No pain. As soon as I got in the room and laid on the bed, pain. It started hurting. It just felt like really bad cramps, a whole lot of pressure. It didn't hurt as bad when I was standing up. But they were like, yeah, you could be here laboring for the next 3 days. And I said, absolutely not. I didn't want any pain medication. I was willing to get a epidural. I was fine with the epidural, but they were like, you kind of want to wait till it's closer, because once you get the epidural, then we have to give you a catheter and do all of this, and you will be in bed this whole time. So I just looked at Charles and said, look, The baby's healthy. I'm healthy. Let's just get it over with. Like, me in pain, like me thinking about having bad contractions and waiting for them to get worse for 3 days scared the shit out of me. And I just was like, well, what is a C-section? And they're like, well, let's look at the schedule. And that was probably at like 1 o'clock that night, that morning. And they said, we can get you in at 6:30 a.m. I said, let's do it. He was here by 9. And this time it was a lot smoother. So here we are in between recording. This is what's happening. Bub. Yes. What? Yes. What? How bub. Yeah. So this is my hair without any extensions, and it's cool, you know, it's cool, it's all right. It's not like the boom pang pow that I want, so I am going to do some tape-ins. Tape-ins, this set is gonna kind of be like micro links, but instead of using links, I'm going to make them into tape-ins. I found these tapes. You can find them on Amazon. They were pretty cheap for a bunch. And originally I was gonna like revamp my old tape-ins, but it was too much. I told y'all I don't want to fight with nothing. So you need your tape. I just went to the beauty supply, got some pack hair. I didn't have time to dye no hair. Like, I dyed the tape-ins, but like to think like, am I going to sit here and dye some more hair and wait on that to dry? I wasn't doing it. Now, because my hair is relaxed, there wasn't necessarily a reason for me to get any like Brazilian virgin hair. They're just, I don't think that's really necessary for what I'm trying to do. I pretty much wear my hair straight in a little curl, possibly, potentially. And I also like that the pack hair tracks are pretty flat. So when I'm gonna attach them to my hair, it's gonna be pretty seamless. And I find that bundle hair, the wefts are just a teeny bit more thick. And so we wanted to lay really flat. So I just went, you know, went to the beauty supply. It was in a jam, and you got to be able to shift and move. And so I got some Saga. This is Saga Brazilian. I mean, it's still $40 the motherfucking bag. It wasn't cheap. I don't know if the bundle hair that went up or what. From what I saw the beauty supply I went to, it ranged anywhere between like $40 to like $75. I got 14-inch jet black. Like I said, I mean, you know, I feel like we're just going back to our roots. Like, we're going back. The girls is going back to the pack. This is what I was going for with my cut last week. And it just did not give this. This is what I was going for when I cut it not too long ago. When I cut my quickly. This was it. Let's see what the side part is giving.
Where are you going?
Out. Out.
Really think you're doing something?
Caught ya.
Huh?
Caught ya.
Really think you're doing something?
Candy
You ain't
Karen.
even recording.
Record.
Not recording.
Sure. Sure it's not. You like my hair? This is my favorite hair. So, actually, I'll have to find the pictures, but this is reminiscent to some micro links I did 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. I did a partial, and it was this length. I did it the same placement, and it was just my favorite. And at the time my hair was natural, so I did it with curly hair. But when I finally straightened it, like, I was like, I got so many compliments on that hair. And it was really just about the placement and accentuating my natural length. And its ability to like go from side to middle. Just making my hair a lot fuller. But I will still say, like, this is the majority my hair. I only have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, like, sections or rows. I have, like, 1 in the middle, back, sides, and then 2 pieces right here. So that I could still do this situation. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, that is from my friend, old roommate Terrence. And when it just gets too good, when it's just good, oh yes, it just comes out. And I can't stop saying it. Everybody who knows me knows I say that. But this is perfect. This is like giving, I'm a mom, but I'm still fine as fuck. And you know, this is just me. See, this is all my hair that I have in my hand. It's interesting because my hair grew and fell out at the same time. My edges came out. I'm not gonna put no product on here though. If anything, this, and that. There you go. What we thinking? Is it not everything? It's giving body yaddy 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 yaddy. Big. So this is she. Okay. Next up on the beauty extravaganza is lashes, then nails, and I am complete. Okay? I am done. I won't have to do my nails for another 2 weeks, and hopefully I can get these lashes to last at least 2 weeks. A week, max because I get sick of them. It's not that they come out, I end up taking them off. Relaxer. Let me spray this a little bit. Color. Partial tape in. With pack hair, mind you. Get into it. Get into it. See, I didn't want no wavy stuff that I was gonna have to like fight with. My fighting days are over. My fighting days are over. Hope you guys love it. Catch me, you know, in the next part for the nails and the lashes.